Hello, I'm Joanne Turner reporting for Total Telecom, and I'm here at the Huawei Global MBB Forum in Hong Kong this week, and I'm talking to Felix Wong from Opera. Felix, welcome. So perhaps you can start by telling us a little bit about who Opera are.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you for inviting me to this conversation. Opera is a 20-year-old company. We are listed in the Norwegian Stock Exchange. Opera basically has two main businesses. The first main business is basically in the mobile advertising. We are one of the largest mobile advertisers in the world, averaging about 80 billion impressions per month. The other end of the business is basically focusing on applications towards the consumer. Today, Opera is one of the largest used browsers in the world. We have about 350 million active users per month. That allows us to reach out to a lot of customers around the world.
Okay, and why do you partner with Huawei?
We are very thankful for Huawei for this partnership. The main reason is because both Huawei and Opera sees the explosion of growth in the mobile data. And part of the explosion of the growth in mobile data is because of the consumption of video. And hence, operators today struggles in handling video. Many of the users tend to experience very bad user experience, such as delayed start time and buffering. And the second thing is that operators also face challenges in monetization. So together with the partnership with Huawei, we are able to work with the operators to be able to solve the two most pressing things, which is improve user experience while finding ways to monetize mobile data.
Okay, and so what were some of the benefits that you were able to integrate into Huawei's Cloud Edge? And why is it important to take a more cloud-based approach?
That's a very good question. Traditional solutions that what we are doing are typically inline. Hence, because of inline solutions, the operators need to invest a lot of infrastructure like servers into the system. Thus, the operating cost and the capex investment required for the solution makes it so difficult for the board to approve such a solution. Hence, by working together with Huawei, leveraging on virtualization, which Cloud Edge is very good in, we're able to virtualize the entire application into the Huawei Cloud Edge infrastructure. So in other words, imagine, as you know, mobile data usage is very cyclical. So in other words, you have peak hours and off-peak hours. So imagine in a data center that the operator has using Huawei's Cloud Edge, and we put in the applications in that virtual data center. Now, during peak hours, the operator will be able to fire more virtualized machines to be able to optimize the video traffic, while in off-peak hours, less machines are required. So the less machines are required, the rest of the machines that the operators invested can be used for other type of value-added services. Thus, this is a very interesting partnership that we have formed with Huawei to allow operators to take advantage of virtualization to address a very important problem which they have, which is managing user experience of video.
Okay, and staying on video, so HTTPS video is becoming more common than HTTP. So how can the operator improve that video experience?
Yes, we see that HTTPS has eventually overtaken HTTP in the last couple of years. And many a times, because of the growth of HTTPS, the operators are blinded because the traffic is encrypted. Henceforth, we have worked together with Huawei to identify HTTP flows within the operator network. And what we do is we are able to measure the throughput of every individual in the operator network. Once we know the throughput of the individual, we can determine whether we need to optimize the video. So this is what we call as surgical optimization. With this technique, we are able to allow the operator to manage HTTPS video in such a way that the user is able to have a better video experience when it comes to using the operator network.
Okay, you've already mentioned monetization earlier in the interview, but perhaps you can come back to that. Obviously monetization is the holy grail. So what can operators do to optimize that?
Monetization is indeed a holy grail for many operators. Many operators have tried to monetize their mobile data network, and most of them try to use clients or applications to be downloaded onto the client where a user tries to engage the client for monetization. One of the challenges is when you load a client into the smartphone, distribution is a challenge. Operators often have problems getting their customers to download applications. So what we do is we go towards the clientless approach. So together with Huawei, we create a clientless approach where the operators is able to do interstitial. So in other words, we are able to create a beachfront for the operators to reach out to their consumers. So with these beachfront interstitials, the operators is able to provide operator messaging, advertisement, upsell and cross-sell of data packages. Leveraging on operators' investments into big data today, the operators would have a very contextual understanding of what a person likes or dislikes, or what a person wants to do. So with this big data analytics, we are able to ingest the information of the user and perhaps be able to present a very relevant offer to the customer itself. So for a very good example is that when I'm trying, my wife's birthday is around the corner, I'm trying to figure out that, hey, I need to look for flowers, right? And probably I'll be going around different websites to look for flowers for my wife. And because of the big data analytics the operator will have, they will realize that, hey, Felix as a user of this operator will want to look for flowers. Why not? I'll be able to present an offer of a flower, which I have a partnership with an online florist. So using big data and having the ability to present an offer using this technology that Opera and Huawei has developed allows the consumer, which is Felix, to be able to buy a very nice bouquet of flowers for his wife. So this is a very good example of how the operators, the merchants, and Opera is able to work together to bring additional value to the end user.
Brilliant. That sounds great. And so why is events like the MBB Forum that we're at this week important?
This forum is important is because Huawei is able to bring many operators together in this particular conference. And we would like to take this opportunity in this conference to share the experience that we have with Huawei to help their customers, the operators, to be able to manage their networks, at the same time share experiences with our customers which have used our technology so that they will be able to consider them when they go back to their country and develop a business case where this technology could be beneficial to their customers.
Felix, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you very much for the invitation.